Hey everybody, so I reluctantly make this video about some Erik Karlsson news. Basically today, Darren Dreger said that he would not be surprised if Erik Karlsson is traded in the next day or two. But we've been hearing this for almost a year now. Really since last season, as soon as things went south in Ottawa, it's been Karlsson's getting traded, Karlsson's getting traded, Karlsson's getting traded. And we've heard time and time again, it's going to happen now. It was going to happen at the trade deadline. It was going to happen at the draft. And it was going to happen in July. And he's still an Ottawa Senator. Now, I have no doubt that at some point Erik Karlsson is going to get traded. Ottawa is not just going to let him walk in free agency with nothing in return. But every time somebody comes out now and says it's going to happen soon, I get very weary of it because we've heard it so many times at this point. Now, Darren Dreger, when it comes to as far as where you're getting information from, Darren Dreger is one of the best sources in the NHL. Dreger is right up there with Bob McKenzie and Elliot Friedman and Pierre LeBrun and all these insiders who actually have strong knowledge of what's going on around the league and much deeper knowledge than the average person has. So I'm not saying Dreger's necessarily wrong, but we have just heard this so many times now over the past 8 months. Just, oh my God, just Karlsson's getting traded, Karlsson's getting traded, Karlsson's getting traded, and then it just never happens. He did say that he wouldn't put the word imminent on it, but he said he wouldn't be surprised if it happened in the next day or two. So, kind of leaving himself open there. Well, I didn't say for sure it's going to happen. I just said it could. Okay, well, it could have at any time throughout this whole process. But this is a step, I guess, in the right direction. It does seem like something's going to happen. And we all know Karlsson's going to get traded at some point. Ottawa is not going to keep him this season and then just lose him come July 1 without getting anything back. So they're going to move Erik Karlsson. It's just a matter of when and to who. And trust me, when this deal happens, it is going to be huge. Absolutely massive. Bigger than the Ryan McDonough deal last year. What else did I want to say about this? Maybe Ottawa has really gotten in gear now with this, seeing Max Pacioretty moved from Montreal. That could be. We were kind of waiting for a big deal to happen, and the Jeff Skinner deal was important, but it wasn't a huge deal. Jeff Skinner's not on that upper echelon of NHL players. He's a very good player, but he's not elite. He's not a star. You don't market the league with Jeff Skinner. Max Pacioretty is a star player, and he was the captain of the Montreal Canadiens. Just him finally getting moved may have opened up the trade market a little bit, may have gotten other teams that are trying to move big-name players, potentially Artemi Panarin in Columbus, and especially Erik Karlsson in Ottawa, kind of might have woken them up a little bit, like, all right, so now's a good time to do something. Let's make a move here. So there's still no word on trade partner. I'm really not sure if this is really going to happen in the next couple of days, but I thought it was worth noting because anything involving Erik Karlsson getting moved is probably worth noting, and it came from Darren Dreger, who I trust very much as an NHL source, and I think is one of the best sources and insiders that the NHL, that you can get as far as the NHL goes. So coming from him, this had some weight to it. And he did say it's not imminent, but he said it could happen in the next couple of days. If it does happen in the next couple of days, it's going to be, the news of the fall as far as around the league goes. And then people will be talking about it, and then the season will start and we'll move on to other things. But this is going to be a huge, huge deal when it happens. So wherever he goes, whenever it happens, it's going to be massive. And now it seems like we could possibly finally have an end to this whole ordeal, and it might happen very soon. Hopefully it does. I've been waiting all freaking summer for this to happen, and it still hasn't happened yet. Hopefully now that we're getting into training camps, the preseason's about to start, maybe Ottawa's finally going, all right, this is getting ridiculous. This is dragging on for way too long. He's obviously not re-signing here. Let's get him moved and get this whole saga done and over with so we can focus on rebuilding and focus on the players that we do have here in training camp. And we're not going to be good this year. We're probably not going to be good next year, but we can start building towards the future. I'm sure Ottawa wants to get this done and over with just as much as everyone else does. But I'm really just waiting for this to finally happen, because it's really been since even a month or two before the trade deadline last year. It's when is Erik Karlsson going to get traded? And it still hasn't happened. So I'm really looking forward to when it does happen. And this is just a decent piece of news about that it could happen soon. So let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Where do you think Karlsson goes? And do you think it happens this soon? Or are we just being strung along again and again and again? Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are down in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching, and talk to you guys soon.